Hello all, welcome back to File Finances. So the today topic will be about impulse saving, and it's not impulse buying. Yeah, how do you can come out of impulse buying to impulse saving? Here I just wanted to have a small intro. Like for example, when you go to any DMart or any shopping, okay, without any having a regular list, so you go to buy one biscuit, you'll buy one plus one biscuit, or even a small chocolate, a soap, brush, and toys, shoes, some household items, and clothes, gadgets. So it's kind of a general I am saying. So if you think those kind of things, what are the small things you bought, and when you go search in your house and you see from past 1 year how many of I have used it, even touched it. Yeah. So the most of the things what you bought, those times you may not use it. Even for example, the few medicines you take, so instead of you when you go to buy, instead of taking one or two medicine, you end up buying one sheet or two sheets, so then you will never use it. You have a chunk of medicines lying around, so it is not used to anyone. And even the toys, to kids toys, so you have tend to give more important to your kid, and you buy more items to kids, and furthermore it may not be used. Same goes to the clothes. You wanted to buy one cloth, but you see a offer, you place one plus one, and you buy it. So I'm not saying that it's how you want to stop it immediately, but I wanted to have a reality check whether how many of it you are using. Okay, so that was the idea where I wanted to pitch in. So then that is a small expenses, that is fine. Somehow you have a very good budget, and if you think you have very good regular income, you can manage it. But when you go from a higher level, say for example, when you're going to buy a small car, but you end up buying a mid or a large or a higher end model. So it's, if the car says the minimum value is 9.9 lakhs, then you go and immediately trying to buy, you end up buying almost a 20 lakhs of car. So you have to be very practical about it. Then also the expensive holidays, you may not plan it, but you think I want to be a relaxed mode, so instead of planning for 1 week, you plan for 2 weeks or something like that. So what I'm saying is this kind of uneven planned and impulse buying should be stopped. Even I see the people who end up buying two, three flats. So if the commodity is not consumable by you, then what is the purpose of using buying those flats? And I have a live example with my same apartment. Was a person bought two flats immediately, but he could not able to manage it, and he's selling it off. So it doesn't make any sense until unless you think about that impulse buying. Okay, so what can you do? So I am not saying what can you do, but what I have done from past 1.5 2 years to in order to constrain this. First I removed all the unnecessary apps, like Zomato, Swiggy, Uber, or like I don't have I don't have Flipkart, but I have Amazon, that's all. So whatever the things you think that money will go from my apps, so I have completely removed. And I also completely not in Instagram or Facebook. I stopped using those from past 3 4 years, so I'm not following it up. So I'm not living up to the people standard. I'm trying to understand what is my standard, so then accordingly match my income and outflows. Okay, then just coming back to the topics. Yeah, I am using the sheet today. Yeah, just to have a inputs on this. Say, okay, then what about impulse buying? What you are saying about impulse saving means, how I can come up with a topic of impulse saving. Say I want to have, or I want to invest, I want to have a one core corpus in 5 years. Then monthly you need around 75,000, and with an increasing step up of 10%, and assuming the market return to be somewhere around 12 to 15%, then you can achieve it. But the 75,000 is the main goal. So I'm not saying you invest in the mutual fund or stocks to achieve this the percentage, but I'm just giving a general example, because I'm not an expert. So then how do I progress to that? One point, like point by percent, point by point, step by step. Hypothetically, say I am getting some salary of around, just to make it a round figure, so 1.75 lakhs, I'm thinking. And I have say I have a home loan and some other expenses, which is necessary expenses, which I cannot escape. I'll come to that point later. So I have 1.75 income in hand. So around 1 lakh, I'll try to make it as my necessary unescapable what do you say, unescapable expenses. So the unescapable expenses can include your petrol, your some apartment maintenance, your apartment EMI, and a few groceries, and it includes the health insurance. You have a life insurance, and which you cannot escape. This month if you have to pay, you have to pay. Okay, you cannot escape it. Okay, that's what I meant is the unescapable expenses. And the at least advantage with my side is, at least I have my wife who can take care of the other main groceries and small like kids education monthly fee, and those things she can take care. So what I try to do is I can invest the other remaining amount completely. So say for example 75,000 I could able to invest. Okay, it's just an example. I'm not saying I'm not investing that much, but I'm saying this much of investment I can do. So you have to think what are all the unescapable expenses with along with EMI, and remaining amount you have to invest every month without any fail. Yeah, that is how I do it. And in the mutual funds also, say for example, okay, now when you have invested that much, but if a month and I have a current situation, what I do? So for that you need to create an emergency fund, and you have to be very careful with it. Still, if you find that at the month of end you don't have, you need some money, like for example you have bike broke down or something happened, for small expenses like less than 5 to 6 5 10,000, you can withdraw from the emergency fund. So any liquid fund you can do it. So that's not a problem. So then you can do this, and don't worry about the capital gains and all. So that is when you're starting it doesn't matter. Then the initial month, so and before that, whatever the loans you have, whether it may be a loan taken from your friend or your father or your parents, or your personal loan or a credit card loan or a bike loan or a car loan, anything which you think more than it is your interest capable to earn. For example, if your the credit card loan is 15% and personal loan is 9%, and there are some other small loans, try to close it first. Okay, so that's what I did. So I have closed it all, and then I am peacefully can concentrate on my investment. So that is my first step I have taken. So I have rounded off all the unnecessary loans, close it off. I don't have any debt except the home loan, because that the interest rate is only 8.5. So that's why I'm keeping it. So I have a reason for that. And I also have a very good plan to reduce the home loan EMI. Maybe we can explain in a different video. But however, so this is how you can reduce the your debt concentration, because this is the amount which will go, okay, which will go at a higher interest rate. So first you pay it off, then you can come to this. So this is with respect to the mutual funds. I can say this is how we invest, but I have a different strategy with respect to stocks. So I will try to maintain say 60-40% of mutual funds and stocks, and the stocks also, that is only I select few blue chip stocks, and those also I put only minimum amount, like say 5 to 10,000 per month maximum. So I don't invest because I am not the expert. And these investments also can be used, like as I told, if you want have any expenses, sudden expenses, you can take that, you can sell that stocks, sell that stock, and you can buy it back. So it can come under the capital gains also. You can rebalance your task, and the overall the yearly 1.25 lakhs of government rebate related to the capital gain tax, that you can use it. So that's how you can, that's what I am trying it now. Okay, then I have the habit of this rounding off. The rounding off concept is like, for example, I have some 5,329 rupees in my account balance. So I don't like the 329 rupees. So what I do is that 359 rupees, I'll put it back to the grow balance. That grow balance, and I'll see at that day what is the stock which is gone back to the negative, means like point 0.1 or point 0.5, what is the state. So I'll simply buy it. I don't use any bribe, so I'll buy it, because I have the stock selected is for me, where I spent almost like a half day in order to select the stocks. Then I assume that that stock is going to work, and even if it is drops by some certain percent, I don't worry, I'll put it up, put that amount. So, and my strategy is, we have to keep any stock which you are fundamentally correct and you believe in that stock. So it has to be kept minimum of 15 months in order to see the cycle. Then minimum of 15, maximum of 7 years. So it's up to you. So that particular cycle of stocks should be completed, so that you can determine whether that stock is stock is giving a good returns, or you want to come out of it. So that's how I personally do the stock investment. So because I'm not an expert, I just started just like 1 year back about the stock analysis. So that's how I do it. Then I see, and moreover, don't worry about the returns. See, because at the initial investment you see maybe your portfolio going to red, but don't worry about it. Keep on investing, and whenever you're buying a stock or anything like that, keep your fundamentals straight, and try to understand what is the background of that company, what it does, why it is you think that it may be have a good exposure, whether it is in Indian economy or in foreign economy, in the future, like 5 to 6 years. So think in terms of that, then you can start investing. So that's what. So this is my plan, and I want to continue this for a minimum of 7 years. I want to see how I can proceed. So that's what I am saying. So playing the rounding of game in the investment, I like it very much. So when my mutual funds, it says it goes around, say for example, it is stops at around 1.99 some stock, I'll put some thousand rupees, I make it 2,000 rupees. I don't worry whether it is a going down or going up. So I have this habit of making round off to like 50,000, I make it. And if it is like some 7,000 difference, I'll put it there. So I'll try to round it off. So when you have that habit of impulse investment, then you can see at a constant rate your money is growing. So think about it, just think about all these steps, and if you have any queries, please let me know. So, and as I told, this is my, I don't have the proper video editing knowledge, so maybe we'll see